All right, we've made it to week 12, which means we don't have very many weeks left in the semester. We're really getting down to the end of this. And so in week 12, going to be learning about analysis and presentations. And so as we look into this, kind of analyzing some different numbers, right? Expenses and profit and loan calculations and different things that you'll be learning about in here, as well as creating good PowerPoint presentations. And so some really valuable things in here, especially about making these presentations. So you're not going to be making the presentations yet. This will be next week, but you probably want to get started on it and definitely start thinking about it. And so really some good design advice in here that you'll want to pay attention to as you start thinking about what you want to do for your presentations that you'll be making next week. All right, as far as your team project goes, what we're going to have is you're going to create an income statement, and so it gives you some different things in here. Make sure you're watching the videos. This is really going to be valuable, helping you do this, and then helping you calculate interest expense. And so interest and doing these things, calculations in Excel, that's also going to be part of your math lessons this week. And then also, are you able to make that loan payment? So evaluating whether this is even feasible to do as far as your business goes. And so what you'll have is you've got this template here in Excel that you'll be filling out. So let me kind of resize that a little to fit. And so pay attention to the tabs down here. This first one has an example showing what it should look like. But you'll be using your own numbers and things in here, and so yours won't look exactly the same as this. And so you'll use the price and the variable cost that we worked with last week. And so if you had any errors from last week in your team assignment that you submitted, you'll want to fix those before you come into this one, and I will let you resubmit those if you had errors. So think about that. And then depending on your market, you'll want to pick the appropriate tab. And so we have neighborhood, event, and high-end markets. And so you'll pick the appropriate one and fill that out using your numbers. And so as part of this, you will be doing some calculations in Excel. So let's go take a look at the rubric that goes along with your team assignment for this week and what I'll be looking for. And so as far as this Excel sheet, you need to make sure the information is complete and accurate. And then your functions need to be used correctly. And so you'll be using the payment function with absolute references. It's going to explain all that in the lessons, the videos. Make sure you pay attention to those, because I will be checking those functions to make sure they're accurate and used correctly. And then the other parts will come from, you'll have this worksheet here to fill out this financial analysis. And so we have some questions. What effect did the increased monthly interest expense have on your profit and break-even analysis? And did you need to change things, your strategy or your price? What happens to your monthly payment and interest expense when you increase the number of years of the loan? What's the best loan option for your lemonade stands? So some different things you need to look at, and so those will be the last part of this as you answer those, and answer those with sufficient detail. I do need enough detail to make sure that you have the right idea behind things, right? And so that's what these last points on the rubric will be coming from. So that's your team assignment. You do have a new reflection, personal reflection this week, and so that one here is similar to the last ones that you've done. Just make sure you're using those good examples and supporting details. And so if you miss points on the last personal reflection, that's probably why you missed them. You didn't have good examples or supporting details, and so you need to include more of that in there if you were missing points last time. Think about that this time. And so make sure you put enough into this. And so that's what I'll be looking for specifically as I do the grading for these. All right. I think that's about everything for this week. Please do let me know if you have any questions or concerns that I can help you with. You can leave those in the comments on this announcement or send me an email, and I am happy to help you out.